Greetings, you guys. I'm on a bit of a roll this morning. Coffee tends to contribute to that. But in this video, I wanted to talk about being a fighter. And I wanted to basically hypothesize. I wanted to make a theory about there being certain types of people in the world that need to feel as if they are fighting for a cause, that they have some deep felt, probably spiritual desire to, in some sense, sacrifice themselves for some kind of cause that they're willing to really fight for, despite really any type of social consequences, despite any kind of feelings of discomfort or rejection from the world, maybe other people, you name it. And I believe that this might be a trend for the type 8s, the type 9s, and the type 1s. So if you're familiar at all with the Enneagram, there are triads, and the 8, 9, and the 1 consist of a triad, and that triad is called the instinctual or the gut center. And if you learn about the theory, the gut and the instinctual types are very, very concerned with control, psychological control, as well as a sense of their own boundaries. So there being a lack of boundary or there being a strong boundary, I mean, it would make sense if they're preoccupied with control. How do we understand control? We understand control through our boundaries, our psychological boundaries to the world. If something's out there and I'm here, how do I know that that's not me? I know it's not me because I have some boundary. I know that I am me because I am putting up some kind of psychological boundary. So boundaries are very important for the gut types. Boundaries are important for everyone, but with the 8, 9, and 1, it is a conscious phenomenon. It's floating up into the awareness, and we're very much concerned with, oh my gosh, is there control? Do I feel control? And we know if we're in control, whether or not we feel free. And freedom / autonomy is the central psychological need of the gut type. So if you're an 8, you want to feel in control. You want to feel free. If you're a 9, you want to feel in control. You want to feel free. If you're a 1, you want to feel in control. And you want to feel free. And of course, you're going to employ different kinds of psychological mechanisms based on your ego and persona concept. But regardless, there's a theme here. So as you might know, I am a 9, therefore I am part of the gut triad. In fact, I'm actually considered the center. So when you are in the center of a triad, you really embody both aspects of, the triad. You are, in some sense, the hallmark of the triad. So if you want to know anything about control, look to a 9. So a 9, for example, like me, wants to feel in control here. I want to feel peaceful here. And I want to feel like everything's okay out here. So the boundary is very difficult for the 9 because they're trying to figure out how to have any kind of control while trying to control over really peace out here, peace in here, harmony out here, harmony in here, right? Very difficult, very complicated phenomena. So basically, with that being said, I want to speak to health for me and how that kind of works and how that looks. It appears to me that when I'm feeling most free and autonomous, that I am really pushing myself. I'm pushing, I'm fighting, I am exhausting myself. I am not avoiding, I am facing the world, I am not shying away, I am completely visible and vulnerable. I'm putting myself out there. If there's conflict out there, because I'm putting myself out there, then I deal with it. And I say, bring it on, let's go. I don't shy away, I don't disassociate, I do not numb. So the 9 ego wants to really avoid conflict, right? But really, I think at my best, and to have a really healthy sense of my own freedom and autonomy, is really to assert a boundary, to assert some kind of control, to bring myself into situations, to take risks, I don't know how to explain it, but really it has something to do with self-assertion, in the world. Showing up, being present. And if you've read about the Enneagram, 9 goes to 3, 3 is the ego. 3 is this is me, this is what I want, I'm going after it, this is how I'm doing it. They just go, and they 3s are performing. They're performers in the world because they're confident in their image. who they believe themselves to be. The 9 ego is such that to not have an image is the ego. So you have to break through that. And I feel like the only way to break through that is to fight. To fight for what you believe in, whatever it may be. You have some kind of deep felt sense, a mission, a purpose. I know I do. And I must fight for it. And create space and time to investigate the truth, what I believe in, and sacrifice myself for that. It appears to me that I am all too often complacent and agreeable with kind of how things are around me, rather than doing something to make those things better, by being proactive, right? And it seems to me that when I am most proactive, I am fighting, I am pushing myself. And if you are a 9, this is some really intense advice for you. Push yourself physically. Seriously, push yourself physically. You don't push yourself physically without pushing yourself psychologically, right? So if you do that, it can be a great way to, I think, kind of incite and spark that sense of change and action in your life. So yeah, if you can relate to this, as a 9, let me know. This desire to be a fighter, to be an active participant, to challenge others, to, if someone says something, you don't believe in it, challenge it. There's conflict there, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay for there to be conflict. Someone's upset, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Miss or Mr. Agreeable Type 9, a lot of times suffering is induced through the way that people habitually think about the world. Are you responsible entirely for other people and the way that they think about the world? No, you're not. But you are responsible for showing up to the conflict, acknowledging its existence, seeing it as it is, and then stepping into it with your own sense of psychological security. And that's where true peace will come from, I think, in your life, and you'll probably be a better influence on others in the world around you. So if you are a 9 or interested in this kind of topic, please let me know with a comment below. You can like the video, you can subscribe if you're new. I'm really curious. I want to know if you can relate to this. I genuinely want to know. I think I might be onto something. And if I'm not, then I'm not. But we're going to play with it. We're going to play with it. So yeah, peace out, you guys.